What's up, guys? This is Chris from Warrior Soul Fitness. Had a really hard day of training today. I've been doing tons of endurance training, as those of you who follow me know. Today I did hill sprints followed by burpees. Every time I got up the hill, I did 30 burpees. Did that 8 times through. And it was absolutely hell. This is not my wheelhouse. Endurance is not my strength. But I've signed up for a 14-mile Spartan Beast in September. And the reason why I signed up for a 14-mile Spartan Beast is because I told myself, if I'm going to actually commit to this and train for this, I need to have the fear of God put in me. I need to fear that discomfort of not finishing the race and embarrassing myself more than I like the comfort of not training for endurance. And doing this is a huge risk for me. I've trained all my life for strength. I've trained all my life for 1 rep maxes. And while I'm still training for strength, this is a new frontier. And it's one that's going to put me through extreme amounts of discomfort. And what I have to do for all of you is relate this back. Years ago, 3 years ago, I made a decision to leave my business, Metroflex Gym Long Beach, and to end a marriage. And based on that decision, I ended up living out of my car. And it was a decision that brought great amounts of discomfort to me. But it's also a decision that without which I wouldn't be where I am today. I would have never found myself starting an online business. I wouldn't be with the fantastic woman I'm with today. I wouldn't be helping thousands of people to find fitness and live better lives. And it all comes from the fact that I had to take a risk. I had to take a risk to leave the comfort of the apartment I was living in Irvine, California. I had to take a risk to leave the gym that I helped build in order to find something that was going to sustain me and allow me to live a better life for myself. And for a lot of you out there, you might be in a rut. You might be in a place where you feel like you're not moving forward. And what you have to ask yourself is, why? Why am I not moving forward? And what you'll find is that in a lot of ways, despite the fact that you might be frustrated with your life, that you might not feel like you're in a good place, you're actually pretty comfortable with it. You're actually in a space where you wake up every day, you're in a routine, and there's a part of you that really doesn't want to mess that up. For me, the only way I moved forward was knowing that the pain of staying where I was going to be so excruciating and leave me so hopeless that I had to do something and take action. And the only way you're going to get out of your rut, the only way you're going to move forward is through actual meaningful action. And this action might cause you great amounts of discomfort. This action might put you into a horrible place. But you have to ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? For me, the worst thing that could have happened was me going homeless, and it happened. And you know what? It was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Living out of my car wasn't so bad. I actually found so much freedom. And getting to that point drove me to take action to start my online business. Getting that drove me to take action to start my own YouTube channel. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be speaking to any of you today. And none of you would have ever known who I was, and none of you would have ever seen any of my videos or any of my ideas. And it's not that I have a giant YouTube following today, but I have a bigger YouTube following now than I did 3 years ago. And more people know who I am now than I did 3 years ago. and I have more clients than I did 3 years ago. So what I want you to do is really take a look at your life. Really think about what you're comfortable with right now. And really think about how that comfort might be holding you back. Think about the potential for pain if you do take a risk. And think about the worst thing that can happen if you take that risk. And then make an assessment. And what I can tell you is that if you make a real assessment, a real and honest assessment, you'll find that your fear of the pain is probably over-exaggerated, and that taking action will cause some immediate pain, but the real pain is in knowing that you had the ability to do something and you never did it. Please, if you guys ever have questions for me, hit me up at gettingshredded@gmail.com. Check out my website. I've got lots of great information on the blog. And again, hit me up. Bother me. That's why I'm here. All right. Put your comments in the section below, or email me in private. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear about what you want to hear from me. So, peace out.